There is this weird mentality that I have trouble understanding. It's not really that simple when I think about it, but it has to do with, as time passes and we become more distant from the past, your feelings, opinions, etc. changes as a result, just like it's supposed to. You're supposed to evolve and grow from some things, learn from some things, let go of things, but not necessarily forget them. Well, you guys ever read stories about, especially in the South, these people who get offended when Confederate things get taken down, like, say, statues and whatnot, and it becomes this big controversy? I just want to understand, if you're the kind of person who supports technological advances, say planes becoming better, cars becoming better, your phones becoming better, all of that, if you support those things, that's something that requires for us to march forward so that we can progress. So you have a mentality of being pro progress. Why can you not be the same way when it comes to history? If you know that those things represent a time when people were hurt and offended, and it's a history that it's best to part ways with because it's the right thing to do and it doesn't hurt anybody, but at least don't forget it, but don't keep these things that were, say, these statues were erected to celebrate the beings who were doing those things that inflicted so much pain on people. Why do you have a hard time parting ways with that? Why do you still value and claim that your heritage is being destroyed? Remember, if you are pro-progress with technology and whatnot, which technology involves knowledge and all those things being put together to progress, why is it hard for you to look at the whole taking down monuments that represent and symbolize and celebrate things that inflicted a lot of pain on people? Why do you have trouble parting ways with that? Does that make sense? Like, I'm not trying to say that you need to just forget who you are, pretend that it didn't happen, nothing like that. What I'm saying is there are people who tend to support moving forward, progressing with certain things, but with other things that, if you think about it, they should be actions taken in the name of progress as well. You don't support it. So for some things, you feel like it's antiquated. It's an idea that's antiquated that we need to like move forward. Otherwise, our cars would still be the same. We would probably still hauling things on horses, which there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, if you value progress that much, then you have to also value what progress means when it comes to getting rid of the things that symbolize things that were hurtful. Do I make myself clear? I feel like I keep going back in a circle because, like, I have the picture, the idea in my mind, but I don't know how to put it into words because I don't think that way. I'm not the kind of person who, like, clings to things like that. My heritage, sure, it influences me and it defines certain aspects of me, but I have to understand that some things I cannot remain glued to because otherwise I'll fall behind. Just like the royal family. It's an institution that has not changed very much for a long time. As much as I want to value certain things not changing, the things that I tend to support not changing tend to be things that remain basic and need to stay basic because it's how we function as humans. Like, say, I don't think food should be messed with. I don't think that medicine, the medical field, is kind of tricky because there's some stuff that I feel like we do need to progress on, but there's other stuff that I feel like, okay, just how far are we really trying to go? Maybe disease does need to exist and things like that. But I do find appreciation that individuals who say are missing limbs are able to have prosthetics. That definitely helps someone manifest better in society. Just become more independent as living beings as well. Everyone deserves to be able to independently do things. But yeah, it's one of those things that I'll put out there. I'll share with you guys, see what you guys say, because maybe there's something that I'm just not seeing. But what is the real reason why someone would want to hold on to monuments like that? Are you just a massive troll? Because at this point, it's hard for me to tell what things people are serious about and what things they're just outright trolls on. What defines what makes you proud? What I like to let define my pride is my own personal achievements. Like, I am proud of my trajectory at work. I am proud of the relationships that I have had. I am proud of, say, the channel that I have built up. I don't have a massive audience, but I am proud that this is something that I have held on to pretty consistently, and that you guys have arrived and contributed all the things that you have. It's like I have helped build a little something for myself, but also for you guys. When you guys share that this helped you get through something, a period of time, a chapter in your life, whatever it was, those are the things I like to be proud of. Like the things that I can be like, okay, I can see the result. But a fucking monument, what does that do for you? I don't get it. Like, what do you value about that? If you know that it's offending people, why do you go out of your way to protect something that you know hurts people? And how is that feeding your pride as a symbol? Because I know that someone out there might say, well, Zam, if we take the statue down so that someone doesn't feel hurt, then the people who like the statue because it's their heritage are going to be the people offended now that their statue is getting taken down. And I'm like, the difference is that the statue symbolizes something that in a period of time was just bad. It was harmful. And then the person who is offended has a right to feel offended because, again, they were a victim of something that happened. So why do you hold on to that? You know, like, that's what I'm trying to understand. What is it that makes this symbol have a positive effect on someone? So yeah, you guys, I hope that I expressed my question well, because my thoughts are, I'm trying to organize them and define them, and that's really the whole point of the video. I'm not saying that this is my idea, this is my opinion, this is my final answer. Like, no, I'm subject to like change on this one. But as you listen to me expressing this, keep in mind that I am genuinely confused. Like, I cannot relate to the people who value historical things, like historical symbols, artifacts, flags, all of that stuff. Like, to me, they're incidental. It's like, okay, I see the US flag. I know where the US is at on the globe, on a map. I can find my way home, this and that. But outside of that, if we did not have a flag, it's not like I feel compelled to let that influence me and take control over me, you know? Yeah, I don't know how to say it any better, you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, help me out on this one. All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.